Hey everybody, welcome back. Yeah, the bus is back. Thank goodness. Uh, I've got everything moved out of the tent, except for some old flat air mattresses that I'm going to have to roll up, let the air out of them, and then start working in here. It's a mess. Let me show you inside what we're going through here. Zen's happy to be back on the bus, aren't you? Yep. Let's go inside. We haven't done this in a while. And look, everything in here is just piles and piles. This is all the stuff I had in the tent. Goodness gracious, all this got to go through. The cereal boxes are all wet. This is wet. That's wet. That box of feed was wet. Zen's treats did not get wet. And my treats. Oh, little cookies. And then got the computer back in place, got my refrigerator cleaned out. It was getting kind of bleh. But here's some of the stuff that I had to go through, and everything in my refrigerator expired like this. When was that due? June? Yep, June 6th. That was expired. This was 24th of 2024. Eggs were like June. This was empty. Whoop. And then old open potato chip bag. But look at my biscuits. They exploded. And I looked at them. I think they expired in May. They did, May 29th. So they're old and they exploded. So I could go through all this stuff and go through the stuff in the drawers and just throw out a bunch of things. But that is not a problem. I'm happy to do it because we got our home back. And it's going to take me a couple of days to sort things through. And I'm going to take my time and clean stuff as I go through. And then whenever I get a chance, all the bedding back there will definitely have to go to the laundromat. And the first one I can come by. But until then, I'm going to go ahead and use it because I'm going to sleep and sleep well. And there's Zen's bed already down underneath. But yeah, it's nice. 73 degrees in here, 512. And yep. But first, what I've got to do before I do anything else is I ran out of water the same day my bus broke down. So my water tank has been empty for 3 months. So I'm going to sanitize the water system. And I'm going to right over here, I'll show you how to do it. It's not too hard to do, just bleach and water. This is a jug I use anyway here for cleaning. It's usually the bleach water concoction. But you got to use, from what I read, a 1/4 cup of bleach for every 15 gallons of water. I've got a 75-gallon water tank, so I'm figuring about a cup and a quarter. So it's just basically, and you don't want to put the bleach directly into the tank, so you got to dilute it some. This is the best way I figured out how to do it. Let's see, quarter, yep, there it goes. And that's it. We'll go back around here and we'll show you where it goes and how to do it. And my water tank fill is back here in Walden's butt end here. So I got to unlock the door. It's been so long I can't remember what key works where. Is that the right key? We'll find this one. Hey, yeah, I got the wrong key. Anyway, we'll unlock the door, and this is where I fill the water tank up inside the bus. Oh, hope nothing falls out. Let's go real slow. Oh, we're good. Looks like my diesel heater cap exploded. Got another one. It's always good to have, multiple. And this is where I put my water at. Water tank's right under here, and it's empty, but what I do is pull my cork, and I've got a water fill, basically a hose end that I put on there, and I'll fill that up with water, and then I'll add my bleach. Then I'll let that sit for 24 hours before I use it, but in the meantime, I'll go ahead and operate the faucets and get the water into the faucets that I can smell bleach, and then let it sit there. And then all I got to do is, once the 24 hours is up, drain the system, put in fresh water, and then that should be good and good. And you're supposed to do this, I think, every 3 or 4 months, so about three times a year, a couple of times a year. So let me get the hose, and we'll get this thing pumping. And that's how I do it. I just bring a hose. This is the 0G hose. Just run it across, I hang it up above my door, and then kind of droop it in, and it fills into the tank. There's not a whole lot of pressure on it. So, and then let's get some water in there because it was completely empty. Then I'll add the bleach water, then I'll fill it back up. And I was really looking forward to a nice hot shower tonight, but I guess I can wait one more evening and get this all cleaned out. That way I'm good for a few more months. Yep, it's filling up. And while we're waiting for the water tank to fill up, it's going to take a while on that. It was completely bone dry, so good thing I did. Let's talk dollars and cents, right? About the cost and everything else I went through to get to this bus back to where it is. So if anybody has any issues, there is what I paid for it. $7,951.72. Yeah. Well, I estimated $7,500, and $500 of this was sales tax. So I actually estimated too much. It actually was $7,500. Well, I actually got it right on the money. $7,452.71 before the sales tax. So I got pretty close. And what do they do? Well, we've got a bunch of labor. A bunch of labor. 4.5, 12.5, 13 hours. 12.5 hours of, no, here's 12.5, 14 hours of labor, which was probably pretty good, because he spent a lot of time when he could have charged me for all the testing and all the extra dealing with the company. Let's see, 6/17/25. Yep, international locked parking brake, and that was the beginning of it. Then they replaced the Wabco ABS module, bled complete system, include emergency brake actuator, confirm all brake operation, and replace the right front and rear ABS sensors, and cleared all faults, test drove. And let's see, they use a lot of brake fluid. Let's see, they use 200 ounces of brake fluid. He said it took a lot. And then the 2 ABS sensors. So now this is the first time since I've had the bus that I don't have any lights on the dash. I used to have ABS light and a traction control light because the sensors on the front and back were both snapped off. And they're not. They're done. They're great. And then I asked him to do a transmission service. And that was because I don't know when it was done, if it has been done. And from what he said, it probably hasn't been done from the look of the fluid. So, I mean, it's got 2 filters on it. It's got a screw type filter like an oil filter, and then it's got an internal filter. And the screw type filter looked fairly new, so it's been changed. But the inside screen, he said, evidently has not been changed. So anyway, yep, we got that done out of the way. All brand new synthetic automatic transmission fluid, 3.5 gallons of it. And then 2 filters, shop supply, and then I also bought an oil filter for when I do my oil change. So yeah, if you had any doubts, that's what I paid for it, $7,951.72. Ouch. But it was great. The bus came up the mountain. I only had to stop twice, which is about average. And I didn't really need to stop that much, but I let Zen get out and walk around and do his business. And yeah, it came up pretty good. It just pulled that mountain like nobody's business. I mean, the best thing is you can see so much coming up a mountain when you're going 25 miles an hour compared to going 55 or 60. And that's about how fast I was going a lot of times, about 25 miles an hour. So if anybody wants to contribute to the GoFundMe, the link is in the description down below. It'd be appreciated. Like I said, it's already paid for, so the work is done. The bus is back in my possession, thank goodness. And then I am going to take my time and just put it back together, put it back in order, and then I'll start taking down this menagerie of conglomeration of stuff I've got piled everywhere, the tents and the awnings and the chairs and all the stuff, and get ready to get out of here in a few days. So I think that's all I'm going to have. So, yeah, the complete brake system, and I think if it had been an air brake system, somebody was asking about the systems. The air brake system would probably be a whole lot easier and easier to work with. So I would, if you're looking at getting a bus or something with air brakes, that would probably be the best way to go, because this hydraulic electric system, there's a lot of components on it. Even though it's only failed the first time in 20 years. But I let me take that back before we end the video. When I bought the bus in 2021, I picked it up from the schoolyard in Oklahoma, and the principal of the school or whatever he was that came out to give me the keys to the bus and get it started, I asked him what was wrong with it, because it had an undisclosed condition on the auction block. And so he said, well, it may need a master cylinder. So it makes me believe that this system, the master cylinder system, may have been going out for a few years. And by having the brake lights on and intermittent light coming on and off, so that system might have been failing for 4 or 5 years. And it finally just, the pressure and the pump just would not hold anymore. But so I was kind of expecting at some point to replace the master cylinder, but I thought just a master cylinder, like the $200 job under the hood. No, this is the master brake system. The ABS controls everything. But anyway, I'm glad to have the work done. I'm glad to have my sensors back on both of the wheels. No more lights on the dash, like I said. It's running good. I'm ready to continue on more adventures. And Zen is too. He's over here laying on the ground just passed out, because it's tough on both of us. But now we're going to get back to some normalcy and get ourselves cleaned up around here and get out of camp in a few days. So once again, happy Labor Day, everybody. And I'm going to go back and check my water before it overflows. See you guys on around the bus and the campground.